Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, I hope that you consider subscribing. The topic of my video today is something that affects all of us. It's actually something that we've been discussing for quite some time, the trade tariff. What is a trade tariff? Why is the US raising it, and what does it mean for the rest of the world? Does it mean that we are heading into a trade war once again? Let's first define the terms tariff. A trade tariff is a tax imposed on imported goods and services. So when a country imports something from another country, it has to pay a tax called tariff. The higher the tariff, the more expensive the imported item becomes. This helps support local produce, which is often cheaper. Why is the US raising tariffs? The stated reason is to protect American jobs and industries from foreign competition by forcing foreign companies to pay a higher tax to sell their goods in the US. Thus, American producers will become more competitive. It will also reduce trade deficits by selling more than they buy. Plus, this addressed some national security concerns, like over-relying on foreign tech. This is also considered a way to push back against unfair trade practices from other countries. However, it has a consequential impact on increasing prices of the products in the country, as some of the production relies on the imported raw material. Plus, some local manufacturing can be pricey because of limited technology and expertise. It's a tough situation, right? Thinking about the risks of rising trade tariffs, let's jump in. The primary risk is a trade war. When one country raises tariffs, other countries may retaliate by imposing their own tariffs on American goods. This could escalate into a trade war where countries keep raising tariffs, making it more expensive for consumers and businesses to trade across borders. A little over 100 years ago, the US imposed an import tariff of up to 60%. This was part of the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930. It was the highest peacetime tariff in the history of the United States. This act was considered as one of the factors that contributed to the Great Depression. Countries around the world retaliated against the US with their own high import tariffs. Trade declined dramatically and the global economy suffered. In the post-war period, many countries, including the US, recognized the importance of free trade. They worked to reduce trade barriers, such as tariffs, to promote economic growth and development. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, or GATT, was established in 1948. Its objective was to reduce tariffs and other trade barriers. In 1995, the World Trade Organization, or WTO, was formed to continue the work of GATT and to further liberalize trade. Today, the US is the third largest trading nation in the world. According to the WTO, the average tariff rate in the US is about 1.3%. This is significantly lower than it was in the past, but it's still higher than many other developed countries. How can countries reduce the impact of trade tariffs? The best way is to negotiate trade agreements. By negotiating trade agreements, countries can reduce or eliminate tariffs on certain goods. For example, the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, reduced tariffs between Canada, the US, and Mexico. Another way is to join a free trade area such as the European Union. EU members have free trade among themselves, meaning that they don't have to pay tariffs when they trade. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and consider sharing it. Subscribe to my channels and follow for more content. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.